what is up everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button and join the fam. So the topic of today's video will be the Kingdom manga chapter 581, titled The View Before You. This chapter exactly defines why Kingdom is one of my favorite mangas. What makes Kingdom entirely different from the rest of the mangas is that it has those epic moments, and along with those epic moments it manages to give emotional chapters as well, which kind of makes the entire storyline even more epic. To be honest, reading this chapter, it gave me goosebumps reading it entirely, and I read it once again, and reading it again and again it gives me goosebumps. This is my honest fact. I don't know whether it happened to you or not, but this is the truth for me. So what basically happens in this chapter is we have the Hishin unit member clashing against the Zhao army. They are extremely high up in morale, and they are fighting. And it is here that the newbies they come to realize that despite the fact that they've been pumped up with morale, they ran into the enemies without any strategy. Meanwhile, the senior officers, despite being pumped up, they still went out and they kept each other's backs despite all this. And here we have a 100% confirmation that their units have awakened. And to add up to this is we have the Zhao commander, Gyo-un. He has come to realize once again for the second time that Oh-hon and Shin both have the capabilities to become one of the Qin's 6 generals, and they managed to undergo and transform their entire unit just like the 6 generals had managed to do. And that is why they are extremely afraid and they are wary of attacking them, because the army members, they have their morale up. So fighting against this morale will cause them nothing but damage. So that is why they have to do something, and the only decision and the decisive step that they have left is to measure their actual strength. Like right now what happened is this thing never happened before, so the enemies, they don't even exactly know the exact strength of the Hishin unit and the Gyoku unit. So because of this, they retreat backwards in order to re-evaluate the strength of the enemies, because since they defeated Akko, they were looking down upon the right wing. And after this awakening has happened, they came to realize that their mistake, that they shouldn't have looked down upon them and they should have killed them. Now the exact motive of the enemies has changed from enemies meaning Gyo-un and the other enemy commanders. Their actual motive had been earlier to defeat the entire right wing, but right now that has changed to annihilating and killing those two. And this is what makes the story even more epic, is that they have the capability of becoming one of the 6 generals, and this is what makes the entire storyline epic. Now, as I had said previously in my previous chapter reviews, the enemy soldiers have their morale up, but the Qin army has their morale even higher. And as long as this momentum goes on and their morale is high, things will work out in favor of them. But once it crashes down, the recoil and the damage that will hit them is extremely hard. And this fact was noticed by Karyoten, and she realizes and she is wary of the fact that what will happen once the Zhao have managed to crumble the Qin army's morale, and that is why she fears for what will happen. And it is at this exact moment that Gyo-un and Banaji, both of them get the orders that they have to retreat, and they begin to retreat by. And for the first time since this battle began, I remembered the actual initial motive of the right wing. The right wing's motive had been to push back the left wing of Zhao and send them back towards and closer towards the central army. This I totally forgot. I'm sure it must have been for you with all these epic fights going on, but I actually forgot about this. And right now, since the Zhao have begun to retreat back, Karyoten sees this as a chance for the Osen army to have their first decisive step towards victory coming on, because the left wing is retreating, and if the right wing manages to gain even more of a stand between, and they manage to close the distance between the central army, and if the Osen army catches up behind with them, they'll have managed to come closer to the end of the war. And this is a complete fact that the battle has to end today. If it doesn't end today, things will look extremely bad for them. And now, seeing the awakening of the two units, another new information is passed of the previous 6 generals, that at a time 2 of those 6 generals, they had managed to have an awakening of their own armies as well. Now, whether General Oki had been one of those 2 commanders who had awakened their army or not is unaware, but what we know for a fact is that Gikkin 6 generals, they had managed to awaken their unit, and Shin and Ohon, they managed to awaken their units, and the similarities are extremely close. And seeing these similarities come up so close, this is what gave me goosebumps. So in a overall note, this chapter was fantastic. It still keeps up and holds the title of why, and continues to be one of the greatest mangas of all time. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys liked this video. And if you did, be sure to hit that like button and smash the subscribe button as well, and comment down what you guys thought about this chapter, and comment down what you guys thought about my review. And if you have any questions related to this chapter, or comments and critics about my reviewing style, comment down what you guys think about it, and and I hope you guys have an amazing day ahead of you. Until later, my manga fans, bye.